Everyone told me the empty nest would hit me all at once. One day the house would just go silent. But that's not how it happens. It happens one kid at a time. And the first one to leave almost broke me. Here's what I did about it and why I am so glad I didn't wait until the house was actually empty. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Lisa, and if you're new here, I help women in midlife glow up and rebrand through fashion, mindset, and lifestyle. If this is your vibe, hit that subscribe button. Now, before we dive in, I want to be honest about where I started, because I think there are a lot of women sitting exactly where I was. I was a stay-at-home mom for 15 years, and I don't mean I stayed home a little. I mean, my entire identity, my whole sense of who I was ran through my children. My schedule, my energy, my purpose, all revolved around my kids. I had 3 kids, 2 daughters and a son, and for 15 years, my days were built around them. 3 kids, at some points they were at different schools, which meant different drop-offs and pickup times. They would be in different places at the same time, and I had to figure it out. My oldest was doing art, was playing field hockey, involved in every activity in the school. My middle daughter was a competitive cheerleader. And if you've lived it, you know the travel and the chaos. It was crazy. We were traveling constantly to different competitions. My son played basketball and soccer. So full plate, very busy. And through it all, our house was the house, right? Every friend group seemed to end up at our house, which I loved. We were constantly, my husband and I, dividing and conquering. My husband and I just trying to get everyone where they needed to be. So when I knew it was coming, when I knew my oldest was getting ready to leave for college, there was this low-grade fear running underneath everything. Who am I going to be when I am not needed every single hour of every single day? The first goodbye was hard when my oldest left. So hard. I made a bed no one sleeps in, a closet that's half empty. And I did the most honest, most ridiculous thing I probably have ever done in my life because I was so upset when my oldest left. I got a dog. I got a Doberman, a 100-pound, high energy animal. Crazy, I know. Don't do that. I do love him. He's the best, but he's a lot. But I also did something else. I started an online boutique because apparently when your heart has a hole the size of your daughter, the answer is either a Doberman or a new business. I got both. Here's the thing. Nobody really warns you about the grief I expected. I was ready to miss her. What I wasn't ready for was the other thing, the thing I wasn't supposed to admit out loud. Underneath the missing her, there was something else, a question. The quieter house started asking me, who are you when nobody needs you? And for the first time in 15 years, I did not have an answer. And if this is hitting home, hit that like and subscribe button. Most of you aren't subscribed yet, and I would love to have you here as part of my community and so you don't miss the next video. So when my oldest left, I made a decision. I could spend the next few years waiting for the nest to finish emptying, waiting until my middle finished high school, until my son finished high school too, or I could start rebuilding my life now, in the middle of it all. The online store became that for me. And I'll be honest with you, I know now it was busyness, a way to fill the silence, but it got me moving, and that's what mattered. It gave me a reason to show up for myself again. So here's what happened as I was building this store. I was also rebuilding myself, and 2 things started talking to each other. I was losing weight, I was getting stronger, my confidence was coming back, and I started realizing it's not just about what I'm selling, it's about the transformation that happens when a woman decides to show up for herself at 50. Something bigger was taking shape, a system, a way of doing this, but I didn't have the words for it yet. Not until later. Then I turned 50 and something shifted. I looked at myself and thought, I'm going to do this differently. I'm not going to wait for the house to be completely empty to feel alive. I'm going to rebuild my body now. At 49, going into 50, I decided to lose 20 pounds. Not because I hated my body, but because I wanted to respect it. I wanted to feel strong. This is where the woman I am today actually started. not with a diet, not with a punishing routine, with the simple decision that my body was worth it and it was worth showing up for it. I built consistency, and the consistency gave me everything else. Because when you show up for yourself, your body, everything else follows. Your energy shifts, your confidence lifts, the way you see yourself changes. And that's when you realize, I'm not waiting anymore for anything. Getting into the best shape of your life gives you a confidence that is undeniable. I feel every woman should try to do this. It's a game changer. But here's what happened next, and it changed everything. When my middle daughter left for college, she left to North Carolina. I had to close my online boutique. I was devastated. I had been creating fashion content the whole time I had it, but once she left, I knew it was time to let it go. I wasn't making enough money running the store, so I had to let it go. Except I didn't stop creating. I kept making fashion content, not because I had some master vision of what I would become, just because I loved doing it. And then as I'm sharing content online and fashion, my community started asking me questions. Women who were following were asking me, how do you structure your days? What do your workouts look like? What's your routine? What's your morning habits? How do you stay consistent? How did you change your mindset? They weren't just asking about fashion, they were asking about my life. And that's when it hit me. Fashion is just the outer layer. It's beautiful and I love it, but it's not the most important part of my work. The real work is deeper. It's the mindset, it's the lifestyle, it's the habits and the routines and the discipline that holds it all together. The community was showing me what they actually needed. And I realized I had so much more to share. So I stopped just answering questions in the comments. I started filming, I started teaching. I turned what grew organically from listening to my community into a real method: fashion, mindset, and lifestyle. Not because I had it all figured out, but because women were asking and I had answers. By the time my oldest graduated from college, I was already established in this work. She decided to take a gap year and go live in New York City to work as a medical assistant for a plastic surgeon while studying for her MCAT. She didn't want to come home, which was devastating. She went after her dreams instead of coming home to figure things out. My middle is in North Carolina studying psychology. My son is still home, but about to be a senior, and they're watching their mom do the same thing. Not waiting for the perfect moment, not waiting until the nest is completely empty, not waiting for permission. I started to build. Here's what I would tell a woman I was a few years ago, standing in that half quiet house with a Doberman and a question I couldn't answer. You don't have to wait for the nest to empty to find yourself. You can start building the life you've been putting off while they are still finding their way. And honestly, that's the gift. By the time the house does go quiet, you will already know who's standing in it. I'm not saying there's no grief. There's a lot of grief. There is. I miss my daughters every single day, but the grief and the freedom can live in the same house. You can miss them and still fall back in love with your own life. You're not betraying your kids by being happy. You are showing them what a whole woman looks like. My son is looking at colleges right now as we speak. This is my last one leaving, my baby, my only boy. I get emotional. That's going to be extremely hard for me. I'm not going to pretend it won't be. But here's what I know. I am so grateful I didn't wait to rebuild until that nest was completely empty. Because when he leaves, I'm not starting from zero. I'm not asking, who am I? For the first time, I have my community, I have my work, I have myself, and I'm not sure what I would do with myself if I didn't have all that. If I had waited until the house was completely quiet to figure out my life. So that's what I want you to hear. Start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until they're all gone. Start building your life, your purpose, your work, your community now while they're still here. Because when the last child walks out the door, you won't be starting over. You will already be living. Remember, you're not too old and it's not too late, and you don't have to wait until the nest is empty to start building. Start now. I'll see you in the next video.